This here is a special shout out video. Welcome back, comic book lovers. This is a special video for shoutouts that I have received. All the channels I talk about, I'll try to link them up here, and I'll also put them in the description down below. First up, we have the Gray Man. Now, the Gray Man is from across the water over there, and he does comic videos. He does a lot of like haul videos. He'll like go to a shop, and he'll just show you what he has or what he picked up. And he also does, I've never watched one, but I guess he reviews heavy metal while he's drinking, I think, beer with, I don't know if it's a friend, a brother, a buddy, or who it is, 'cause I've never watched one because I'm not interested in that. But his comic videos, he shows you, books he picked up, and a lot of times he tells you the price he paid, and it's definitely not $3.99. It's, I don't know if it's euros or pounds or what it is, but he tells you the price that he had to pay for it, and I find that very interesting. And at the end of his videos, I don't know if he does every video that way, but he gives out shout outs to smaller channels, and one of his videos he shouted me out. So Gray Man, thank you for the shout out. Next we have Bubs Comics. Now Bubs Comics does a lot of different comic videos, but he does the like, he'll go to a show, he'll show you what he's picked up or what he's gotten off eBay or traded with somebody. And probably one of his, I personally think one of his best videos is he was at a convention and he picked up a Daredevil #1 in a poor condition, and how he showed he needed a back cover, and he researched it. He got a back cover off a different book, and he bought that book, and he basically took the whole book apart and married the front and back cover, took the staples out, put all the pages back in the order that they were supposed to be in, put the, I guess the Daredevil staples were kind of bad, so he took the other book, took those staples, put them back in, taped it all back up, and reconstructed the whole book. Now, I'm not that into the books to do that, but that took a lot, and it was a really good video to watch. And he also does, on Mondays at 7, they do No Faces chat, which normally it's Bubs Comics, DS Comics, and Metarog, and sometimes they have a fourth person, sometimes they don't. Even sometimes it's just Bubs Comics and DS or Metarog, and they just get together and I think Bub picks the topic, and they just talk about it. And at top of the hour, they do something they call Wino Faces, which I'm not sure if they mean Wino Faces as in, kind of thing, but all you got to do is tell them, hey, look, I'm game, go for it, man. And they go through their list, and they pick out somebody, and they go through their videos, and they try to find Wino Faces. Well, one day I told him, I said, go for it, man. And sure enough, he did. So, and in his No Faces chat one day, he did shout me out. Well, no, a couple of them actually. He shouted me out. And so, Bub Comics, thank you for the shout out. Next, we have Discovery Bay Comics. Now, Discovery Bay Comics does a lot of videos. He does a lot of, like, how do you put it, daily shows, what's coming on today, and he goes through and he picks, he shows videos that are, not all of them, he can't do every channel, but there's a lot of channels that stuff's coming out, and he does, what's he called, Instagram tags, which I'm not on Instagram, so I don't even know what that does. And he does, like what's in the box and that kind of stuff too. Well, one day he picked my video to be discovered, and so Discovery Bay, thank you for the shout out. And the last one I know is Chester Rican and his comics. Now Chester Rican and his comics does, I looked again, and he does a lot of stuff. He does live unboxings, something called comic book community shoutouts, and there's a lot of other things that he does, so I really can't name everything he does. But on his comic book community, he shouts out smaller channels, and one day he shouted me out. So Chester Rican, thank you for the shout out. So there we go. Those are the channels that I know of, that I've heard the channel shout me out. So again, those channels I named, Gray Man, Bubs Comics, Discovery Bay Comics, and Chester Rican, again, thank you for the shout out. My name's Chris. This is my channel, Broke 'Cause of Comics. You can find me on Facebook at Broke 'Cause of Comics. You can drop me an email at all lowercase brokecoc@comic.com. Be kind to one another. Be your own collector. Have a fantabulous day. And comic book lovers, I'll see you in the next video. I hope you liked that video. Now don't forget, like this video, share this video, and comment down below. Now if you'd like to see another great video of mine, click over here. If you'd like to see more content I put out, click on this round thing over here and consider subscribing. And while you're there, click the bell. Now a perk for clicking the bell is you always get to hear me call you a comic book lover. Thank you very much and have a fantabulous day.